Okay, so we're back to talking about the Internet of Things. So now we want to talk about the characteristics of IoT and some of the major groups that corporations and scientists and researchers are focused on, and the first you'll see to develop across the world. So IoT, or Internet of Things, is a system of interrelated devices connected to the internet, or connected to one of each other, and they're exchanging data without necessarily requiring human to machine interaction. In other words, IoT is a collection of electronic devices that can share information amongst themselves. And some of the examples include smart factories, smart homes, medical monitoring devices, wearable devices. We see it with devices like a Fitbit. Vehicle telemetry, where a corporation can know where all of its trucks are at any given time or the day, because the sensors inside of that vehicle are sending information into a central database. Potential issues for the people who make laws as all of this develops: digital privacy, data security issues, and also just the control of this system that is organically growing. So IoT characteristics include the following. The IoT devices are often called smart devices because they have sensors and they can conduct complex data analytics. IoT devices and data using sensors are often those services provided to the user based on analyses of that data and according to user-defined parameters. So we've got these sensors, we've got this network, but someone defines what those parameters are. Whether it's geofencing, where you're looking at things inside of a certain area, or whether it's you're just looking for specific data so you don't get gigabits and gigabits and terabytes of data that's useless to you. For example, a smart refrigerator uses sensors or some sort of camera to do inventory of the stored items so that it can then communicate based on what you've told it is important to you to potentially the market, to tell the market you need more milk or you need more of a certain item. And so it's the ability for this machine to do your work or your bidding without you having to interact. But it's based on the rules that you have provided to this machinery. So IoT devices can become smarter. We've heard of artificial intelligence or AI. Again, someone has programmed a set of parameters to tell it what is important to you. And IoT devices are connected to the internet. That's another very important point. And remember, the internet is not regulated and there's no sheriff on the internet. So there's also bad guys on the internet. And in the later part of this course, we'll talk about security. So the IoT creates linkages and connections between physical devices by incorporating software applications. Right? And remember, those software applications can have vulnerabilities also. Essentially, a software vulnerability is when it's not doing as you expect it to do. Right? That is a software vulnerability. So, an IoT device can enable users to access information or control devices from anywhere using a variety of internet-connected devices. For example, a smart doorbell or lock may allow a user to see and interact with a person at the door. You've heard of the Ring alarm. It's a doorbell system where somebody walks up, It sends an alert to, for instance, my phone that says someone's at my door. It sends me the video and a picture of that person, and it allows me to talk to that person. Or I might have a recorded message that automatically plays when someone comes to my front door. It can also unlock the door remotely if we choose for it to do that. There are several IoT categories, and we're going to talk about those in a minute. And they go across several fields. And as you'll see, they're the fields that are most economically beneficial to the people who are using IoT. And we'll get into those IoT categories right now.